Hey there guys, welcome. I'm Sister Cerise. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're new to my channel, it's nice to finally meet you. If you are a returning subscriber or viewer, welcome back. All right guys, today we are going to talk about Shannon Sharpe. Wow. Now, didn't Pat Williams warn Shannon Sharpe on Club Shay Shay that this is going to be happening in 2024? Pat Williams sat right there on that couch and he said, Shay Shay, I'm telling you, it's going down 2024. Now it's 2025. And you know what? Shay Shay actually got into a little bit of trouble even in 24 on Instagram with a live schmexual type of content. Let's together read exactly what is happening in this case right now, and we're gonna get to the bottom of it. This is going to be a case that we are following, just like we're going to be following the Diddy case. The Diddy case starts on May 5th, and I'm thinking about doing a live every single day to give you guys some updates, because I appreciate you so much for joining my channel and also for coming to my channel, clicking on this video, especially when I know that YouTube suggested a lot of other videos and you clicked on this one. That makes you a real one. All right, let's get into it. I got my glasses on. And we are now going to read this together, this whole Shannon Sharpe situation. Shannon Sharpe, the former NFL star and ESPN commentator, is currently facing serious legal challenges stemming from multiple SA allegations. The key allegations and legal actions. Nevada lawsuit by Jane Doe, a woman identified as Jane Doe, filed a $50 million lawsuit against Sharpe, alleging that during their relationship from 2023 to early 2025, he SA'd her multiple times, recorded their encounters without consent, and threatened her. The lawsuit details incidents of alleged assault, including one in January 2025, where Sharpe allegedly refused to wear protection despite her objections. Now, this is another lawsuit. Defamation lawsuit by Michelle Evans. In a separate case, Michelle Evans, who claims to have had a decade-long relationship with Sharpe ending in 2010, filed a defamation lawsuit in New York. She alleges that Sharpe SA'd her and later threatened to ruin her reputation if she spoke out. Now, of course, you know, Shannon Sharpe, he's coming out and he has his response by right. So let's check out what he has to be saying right now. Sharpe's response? Sharpe has denied all allegations, asserting that the relationships were consensual. He has released text messages purportedly showing mutual consent and has labeled the lawsuit as attempts at extortion. However, audio recordings have surfaced in which a man, allegedly Sharpe, makes threatening statements to one of the accusers. In light of these allegations, Sharpe announced on April 24, 2025, that he would temporarily step away from his role at ESPN's First Take to focus on his family and address the legal matters. ESPN has acknowledged and supported his decision. In September 2024, Sharpe was involved in a separate incident where he accidentally broadcasted audio of a sexual, encounter on Instagram Live, initially claiming his account was hacked. He later admitted the mistake and apologized publicly. As legal proceedings continue, the situation remains dynamic, with both sides presenting evidence to support their claims. Now, When Shannon Sharpe brought out those receipts, let's read about that. Shannon Sharpe and his legal team have publicly released a collection of sexually explicit text messages that they claim were exchanged between Sharpe and the woman identified as Jane Doe, who has filed a $50 million SA lawsuit against him. These messages were made public as of Sharpe's defense strategy to demonstrate that their relationship was consensual. The released messages reportedly include 44 pages of graphic content, with Doe allegedly initiating discussions involving BDSM scenarios and expressing a desire to have a child with Sharpe. Sharpe's attorney, Lanny J. Davis, stated that these texts indicate a consensual and sexually explicit relationship between the two parties. In response, Doe's attorney, Tony Busby, criticized the release of these messages, arguing that they were from before the alleged assaults and were intended to distract from the core allegations of the lawsuit. The legal proceedings are ongoing, and both sides presenting evidence to support their claims. Wow. I can't help but to wonder what Cat Williams is thinking right now. I'm like, Cat, you got to let the cat out of the bag. You got to let us know what you're thinking. Shannon Sharpe, I don't like to call names. I don't like to sling mud. None of us are perfect. But dude, what were you thinking? You were given forewarning. Even after the forewarning that went viral on your show, Cat Williams broke it all down on your show, didn't you get a little bit worried? I mean, there's even an allegation of 2025. Brother, this is even after Diddy was arrested. Diddy was arrested in 2024. Most people are learning their lesson from that. Most people are trying to clean their slate in Hollywood right now. Most men are like, oh no, Romeo, I'm not going down like that. I don't want to be an R. Kelly. I don't want to be a P. Diddy. Come on, brother. $50 million of your money, and you come back with text messages. I mean, it does seem like it is a really good legal strategy, but man, you got to show that to other people. Some of that information should be for lawyers' eyes only. Like Busby can look at it and be like, oh yeah, okay, she was initiating a lot of it. Or, you take her to court. It's a civil court, right? So that means this is not yet a criminal offense. She is suing him for money. She's not charging him per se. Now, if it was to go to court, this is something he could show in court. But us looking at all of those private text messages, I don't know what your lawyer was thinking. But it does seem like a good strategy, scare her, smoke her out the hole, make people believe that she's just this common hoe and she's not all that, She wants a baby with you. If a woman wants a baby with a man, then why is she trying to sue him, right? What went wrong? What really did happen? Did you tell her no, you don't want a child with her and now she's retaliating? Or did you go overboard, Shannon Sharpe, and do something where she's like, I don't want a child with you anymore. And yeah, I might have wanted some of that explicit, activity in the bedroom, but that was before, not now, after you went too far into beyond. I'm pretty sure when she made that claim to take you to court, she knows all those text messages exist. She most likely knew that you were going to bring them out and try to smear her because, hey, who wouldn't, right? I mean, well, I shouldn't say that because a lot of people wouldn't. A lot of people would just wait and let the courts decide. But you listened to your lawyers and you released a lot of those receipts, and she's like, well, yeah, we had intimacy. Yeah, we used to be there. But that was before. Before what, Shannon Sharpe? Before what? You know, I will say this. There's always been something that rubbed me wrong about Diddy. There was just something about Diddy I couldn't explain. And I was like, I don't like the man. But then, now, with Shannon Sharpe, sometimes I would see him on Shay Shay Club. And the way that he's like, oh yeah. And I don't want to put him down. But the way he went on with the Diddy situation, I felt like he had something in his closet. You know, Hollywood is being cleaned out right now. It is seriously being cleaned out, and some of the most unlikely suspects are going to be brought out, and whoa. So this really shouldn't shock us about Shannon. He is a man. He does have an appetite for intimacy. He plays hard. I'm sure he plays just as hard as he used to back in the day when he was an NFL player, professional league. You know, he's a busy man. He has a lot going on, and he meets these beautiful women that, you know, send him these texts back and forth. And all of a sudden, when things don't go their way, all of a sudden, what happens? You know, I don't want to victim shame, but I also don't want to say that he is as guilty as what Diddy was. I don't know. It does seem like there's a pattern, though, because Michelle Evans said that there was something back then when they dated for almost a decade. And now this new woman, and she is a Jane Doe. Why is she a Jane Doe? Why is she allowed to keep herself quiet? Is she famous? We don't know. But whatever it is, she is taking him for $50 million. Let's see how that goes over in court. I'm going to update you guys as time goes on. And yeah, that's right now, that's the information that we have. Let's see what else happens in the next coming days. Thank you so much for joining me. Please go ahead and subscribe, but please do me another favor after you subscribe and hit that like button. Please be good to yourself today. You are so important to this universe. You clicked on this video and you stayed till the end. You have my back, and I thank you for that. Please have your back as well. I want to tell you that you are just as special as the tulips that bloom once a year and show their beauty. You are just as special and even more. Every hair on your head, every nail in your body, fingernails, toenails, every bone, every cell is accounted for. You are special. Thank you so much for joining. Make sure you click on this video right here because it's going to tell you more about Diddy, and click on this one right here because this is the one that YouTube is recommending for you out of my videos. Thank you so much for joining me. Huge hugs, loads of love, and big blessings. Enjoy yourself today.